Alright, hello everybody, my name is Troy Harrison Chriest, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about why EA should lose the license to make Star Wars games, and why Warhorse Studios, the developers of Kingdom Come Deliverance, should pick it up. Let's get right into it. EA has had the Star Wars license since 2013, and have only released 4 Star Wars games. EA acquired this license May 6th, 2013. In 5 years, EA has only made one good Star Wars game, Star Wars: The Old Republic, and many would argue that that isn't a good game as well. Star Wars: The Old Republic was also an MMO, so the majority of average gamers will never have a chance to play it, specifically because it is only on PC. Electric Arts has completely failed in the eyes of the public, and it is time for this partnership with EA and Disney to come to an end. Disney needs to find a publisher and developer that wants to make a good game, not a team who is only focused on having the most revenue sources. After playing Kingdom Come Deliverance with the new lightsaber mod, it has become very obvious who should get a chance to make a Star Wars game: Warhorse Studios. They have the talent, they have the drive, and they have the growing young team. The real question is, would Warhorse actually be interested? They just came off a major, successful release to their studio's first game. After the release of Kingdom Come Deliverance, Warhorse has been very busy, patching and optimizing the game, adding mod tools, and of course, planning new story DLC. Would they even want to take a break from the medieval setting now that they've made a name for themselves as one of the best world designers for a realistic open world? Probably not. I think after all the post-launch dust has settled, Daniel Varva will be itching to start writing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, if he hasn't already. If they didn't immediately move on to Kingdom Come Retribution or something along those lines, I would love to see them make any sort of Star Wars game. KCD was reportedly made for around $40 million and is a massive game with a lot of content to explore and many great storylines. In comparison, Star Wars Battlefront 2, yes, a completely different genre of game, was rumored to have cost over $200 million. If those Star Wars Battlefront numbers are true, then it cost about 5 times less to make Kingdom Come Deliverance, and it is a much larger and more enjoyable game, in my opinion. If Warhorse Studios can make a tremendous open-world RPG for $40 million, what could they do with the Star Wars license and $100 million? I would love a good lightsaber game already. There hasn't been a game with quality saber combat since the Jedi Knight games in the late 90s and early 2000s. Obviously, it would be very exciting to see a Star Wars role-playing game with the same game mechanics as Kingdom Come Deliverance. Literally, if they kept every game mechanic from KCD and tried to morph it and fit into a Star Wars universe, that would be the greatest Star Wars game of all time. Just keep everything: sword combat perfect, eating, sleeping, repairing, intimidating, all of it, just with a Star Wars story and a Star Wars coat of paint. Tell me you guys would not be excited for that. I don't believe you. Let's say Warhorse miraculously does get the Star Wars deal. If they were to make a story-driven game, I would not want it to be tied into the new movie canon, unless it was an Obi-Wan game. The new Star Wars canon is so boring. The stories barely work on the movie screen, let alone being translated into video games. I'd want it to be set in the Old Republic, before all of the movies. No, not a direct tie-in to the KOTOR games, but there are so many unexplored stories and environments that have never been shown in a AAA game. Another reason I really would like a Star Wars role-playing game to be set in the Old Republic, kind of like the KOTOR games, is because there were thousands of Jedi and Sith. Think about Episode 8. What are there, like 4.5 Jedi and Sith combined? It's like, go back to the old canon, back in the day, where you don't have to worry about all these games tying into movies. I feel like that'd be a great period for Warhorse to make a Star Wars game in, or anybody to make a Star Wars role-playing game in. I am tired of everything tying in to the new canon. It is just boring. Anyways, people have wanted an open-world Star Wars RPG since they all saw Skyrim in 2011. No, Star Wars: The Old Republic doesn't count. Let Warhorse give the fans what they want. Warhorse, please say you are open to a future Star Wars game. And Disney, please cut the ties with EA. They would make such a better game. Another Star Wars game that Warhorse could try and make, or a group of modders could give a shot at, would be an arena multiplayer lightsaber combat game. This could be done for a lot cheaper than a big open-world role-playing game, and I think Warhorse Studios, and specifically Kingdom Come Deliverance, has the perfect combat system for this. Just adopt the combat system, throw lightsabers on it, give me Kashyyyk, call it a day. That's all I want. Just do it. Somebody make this happen. Yeah, guys, think about it. A 5-star directional attack, middle stab, blocking, parries, dodging, and all of the sword combinations you can think of, all with a Star Wars coat of paint and real online opponents. Tell me that doesn't sound good. That sounds tremendous. Think about it, people. 24v24, all with lightsabers, and most likely Force powers. Hey, you could even do a massive map and have 50 versus 50 games, Jedi versus Sith. If they wanted to, they could convert the bows into blasters, but I think the game would be best as a lightsaber-only game, so it doesn't feel like the Battlefront series. You could have a Call of Duty-style leveling system, 1 through 55, with a lot of perks, cosmetics, new lightsabers, new color crystals, but no microtransactions. Imagine Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's leveling system, but designed for a Jedi. Sounds tremendous, I know. Alright guys, I think I would almost rather have an online multiplayer lightsaber game. I think it would take a lot less time to make, and it would be a lot cheaper for an overall production. If Warhorse and Disney do not decide to do this, I would not be surprised to see a group of modders make this little dream a reality. Alright, my name is Troy Harrison Chriest. Thank you all for watching. I'm out of here. Let me know in the comments if you think any of this was a good idea. See you all later.